Welcome to Crafty Chemist Designs. Today I have a great project for you. But first, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you can see every time I drop a new video. On with the project. This video is part of a monthly card making hop hosted by Valley Oak Paper. Out of My Comfort Zone is the theme for November 2025. Find more inspiration in the videos linked below. With today's theme being out of our comfort zone, I decided to do the shaving cream background technique. This is something that I have been planning to do for a long time. I bought these reinkers from Stampin Up. I've got Shaded Spruce, Pretty in Pink, and Pool Party. And really, I was going to make an Easter card, so you can tell that I've had these for several months. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity to try this technique. The first thing you need is a can of shaving cream. The first thing you need to do is to take your shaving cream and spray it all onto a paper plate. Okay. And basically you want it to be wider and taller than your piece of paper. And so I'm just going to kind of flatten this out a little bit. I'm just using one of these craft spatulas. It doesn't matter how thick or anything like that. This smells really good and minty. Okay. So we're just going to try and make it a little bit even, and if we look at the size of my card, is it going to fit? Maybe I need to make this a little bit, spread it out a little bit more. You want a little bit of thickness, but it doesn't have to be super thick. I'm going to put a little bit extra in the spaces that seemed low because you're going to mix this up. And so you need just a little bit of thickness so that your stick can go down through. Okay, this seems to be okay. Let's see. I cut my cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I basically just cut a sheet of 8 1/2 by 11 into 4 pieces. And now we're going to take our reinker and I'm going to just put dots around like that. Okay. And I am going to be using 3 colors. So that was Pool Party. Pool Party. This is Pretty in Pink. I am trying to use some colors that contrast a little bit. And you definitely want to do this on like how I'm doing it on a paper plate. And I have this paper mat underneath it in case things get a little crazy. Okay, now this is Shaded Spruce. It's a darker color, so I'm just going to put a few drops of this. There's really no rhyme or reason about where you put these. Just trying to make sure that all these different areas have a little bit of each color. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to just take a chopstick from a Chinese restaurant, but you can use a toothpick or whatever. I'm going to try and use this. And then you just are going to want to kind of swirl these together. You don't want to mix it too much, but you don't want any dots just by itself, right? You want them to be swirled. Okay. And you don't want it to get too muddled so that there's no color differentiation. Okay, and now I'm going to put this on here. Step it in there. And then lift it up. Okay, and it looks like over here I didn't get much, so let's put that back down in there. And up here. Okay. And now I'm going to, let's move this for a second. I'm going to, you can take if you have one of those batter things from Paper Chef or any kind of straight edge, I'm going to just use this old ruler of mine and scrape off the excess. You'll want to keep a roll of paper towels by you. Okay, let's try one more time. I think I can get one more card front out of this. But once it starts to get pretty mixed up, you know, it might not look quite as good. Okay, let's try the second one. And a little bit more red over here. And a little bit more red over here. And then maybe a little bit in the middle. Okay, this looks really good. Now let's do the same thing. I'll clean off my ruler. And okay, let's try and wipe off all of this color. Okay, there we go. It's looking really nice. I will come back when these are dry. I decided to do another round using different colors to show you what it looks like when you use, you know, different colors. So here I am spraying some of the shaving cream onto the paper plate. My can is really, really old, so that's why I'm having a hard time getting it out. But you want to make sure that it is shaving cream and not shaving gel. I should have mentioned that earlier. And now I'm just spreading it out evenly. And this time I'm going to use Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, and Lemon Lime Twist. So here is the Lemon Lime Twist. And I'm just sprinkling it around on the shaving cream. Here I'm coming in with the Petunia Pop, just putting little drops all around. And then the last one is the Pretty in Pink, and trying to fill in the spaces. Okay, I'm going to use the other chopstick, and this time I'm going in an up and down swirl and then a side to side swirl, and you'll be able to see the difference in what this design looks like. So I'm putting my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock onto the shaving cream and making sure I fill in all of the spaces. That's already looking really amazing. Again, I'm using my cleaned off ruler and getting all of that shaving cream off. And let's let that sit. Okay, I have allowed my papers to dry overnight. And look how amazing they have turned out. I love them. So let me put these together with for a quick card. I had originally cut these at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to cut them down to 4 by 5 1/4. I just wanted to be able to trim off the edges if I needed to. See how that one was really dark. I usually do that anytime I'm doing like ink blending or anything where the edges might be darker. Okay, so I'm cut this into 4 by 5 1/4. And remember, this was shaded spruce, Pretty in Pink, and Pool Party. So I'm going to use a shaded spruce background because I'm going to make this a Christmas card. Okay. And so I'm putting it on a shaded spruce card base. There we go. And then I'm going to use the Ornamental Christmas set for the decorations. And I stamped these in shaded spruce and then this one in Pretty in Pink. So let's get these. I might only be able to do one. I don't know. I can do that. Okay. But look at this background. This is a good technique to do if you can't find paper that you feel goes with your color scheme. Okay. Now this one, I'm going to take these off. I don't really want, I didn't think I was going to overlap them, so I don't want 2 layers here. There we go. Okay, so there is one card. Okay, and then let's do, which one do I like better? Let's do this one. And this one doesn't look too bad on the edges, so actually I'm going to cut this side because there's less green on this side. So I don't want to cut off much of the green. And then I'll cut off this side because there's a little bit of white here. And this one was made with the Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, and Lemon Lime Twist. So for this one, I thought I'd put it on a Lemon Lime Twist card back. We're going to do it that way. These are kind of modern Christmas colors, I would say. Okay, and then again, I'm using this Ornamental Christmas, but I'm using the dies that go with it, which has the trees that I cut out, but there's also the ornament and the star. And Okay, so the sentiment, 'tis the season, comes from this. And then here's the ornament. Oh, I think I'm going to do it this way. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. So as I was saying, it makes great background for times that you don't have the right color paper or the right design, or you want something different. Like, okay, you notice I did not put a pop dot here because it's going to overlap a little bit. So I'm going to put this right here. So as I was saying, sometimes if you want to do something a little bit different, like I wanted to do a little bit of a modern Christmas, you might not be able to find papers that really are this color. Okay, so here are my 2 cards using the shaving cream technique. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the project. You can purchase any of the items discussed in the video at my website, thecraftychemist.stampinup.net. I have a Facebook business page, Crafty Chemist Designs, where I go live and do demos every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. I also have a Facebook VIP group called The Crafty Chemist Presents Stampin' Up, where you can post your work, ask questions, and have a good time. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Crafty Chemist Designs. And my blog is periodicallycrafty.blogspot.com.